And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, I've awoken to reality, and I can confidently say this is peak.
What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, and even to wait. Oh, I almost broke my finger. Have it on and keep it on me at all times. Another fun fact. Come on, now you know what time it is. It's peak every week that a chapter drops. Didn't drop last week. And to be fair, if you're wondering where I've been, for anyone who watches multiple reviews and not just the Blue Lock, I was away from the home. Alright, that's why I dropped like 6 pre-recorded. I'm sorry. You know, I meant to prep better. I did not prep better. I have a whole bunch of catch-up to do. Not too much catch-up. Not as bad catch-up I had to do like 2 months ago. But it's not like very bad catch-up. But with it being the case, I was reading the comments. I was thinking about it. I was letting the plot twist marinate in my brain and all that. And yeah, it's peak. It's peak. I ain't even gonna lie. Now the real question is, please work with me. The real question is, does Nomura have the, not Nomura, does Banishes have the goal to commit? And like, does it even, like, the real question is, does it even matter? Right? Because like, for all intents and purposes, well, actually, it kind of does matter though. Because I don't think Nagi, like, because the big thing I've seen a lot of people say is that Nagi could play for another country, like as the Copium, but like, he can't, right? He can only play for Japan, who he's disqualified from now, because he left Blue Lock. And I think, like, you need to spend multiple years or something. Like, I forget what the qualifications is. But I remember hearing, like, I forget what it was. How long do you have to live? To live in a nation to play in its World Cup. To play. Because I heard the same thing for, like, all the Kira Copers. Somehow. I don't know why else it. But how many play for their World Cup team? Let me see. I heard that for the Kira Copers. There was another character I heard people coping for. To be eligible to play for a country's national team in the World Cup, a player needs to have lived in that country for a certain period, which is usually 5 years after the age of 18. However, players who move to the country before the age of 9 may only need to live there for 3 years. Yeah, so it's literally impossible. Like, unless, like, obviously, I don't think Blue Lock's actually going to end at the U20 World Cup. Like, I know one of the biggest appeals is that the characters are high school age, but we have a bunch of adults in this manga. Like, obviously, winning the U20 World Cup leaves Noah, you know, the main final boss right now, completely untouched. It's like, there definitely is room in Blue Lock for a 5-year time skip. Don't get me wrong. It's not impossible. But, like, I feel so random. And once again, it really depends on how Nagi reacts, because he may just not care. Like that's the big thing, right? The big issue I had last chapter is I didn't really think it was earned, right? Like, that was my big complaint in the review. And a bunch of others brought up and they come and said, Nagi's butt, and has been booty, butt cheeks, and sold every opportunity presented to him. Every last one. Like, that's the thing. I think it didn't sit or click in my dome piece just how much Nagi sold. But, like, he sold horrifically, nightmarishly, demonically. And, like, especially in this last instance, he literally fell into the trap that he said he wasn't gonna fall in. Like, that's the thing. I gotta think about it on that level, which I didn't do, which I greatly appreciate all y'all bringing up, that now he's been butt for all the matches. Like, he got one good goal off of Rayo's assist, mind you, and then proceeded to go straight booty meat for the rest of the New English League. Right to the very end. He was nothing but straight. He doesn't get a single assist. He has one goal. So that is a big thing I just didn't consider, because, you know, I'm like, Nagi, I'm a Nagi meat muncher. He once was my favorite character, so I'm definitely coping, just like the rest of the Nagi fans. But the other thing they didn't even consider, and I'm not sure if I saw this in the comments or somewhere else, role players. Ultimately, Nanase is just a better role player than Nagi. Sure, did he not do that much on panel for us? Yeah, kinda, in my opinion. But then again, I didn't reread the PXG versus BM match just yet. And Nanase did enough. Sure, did he get an assist? No. Do we know if he ever got an assist? I don't think so. But it's not just that he was a role player who role played well. It's also that Blue Lock kinda needs role players. Sure. Well, not sure. That was going to lead a completely different sentence. But we're already kind of at an issue. And this is a big thing you'll see whenever you're looking at other content creators, or even just people on the net, being like, hey, let's build the U20 lineup. We have 5 viable strikers. 5. Just for Japan. We're not talking about any other nation because we don't know that much. But like 5 viable we have Isagi, we have Rin, we have Baro, we have Shido, and we have Chigiri. Okay, Chigiri not really, but like still, like it's there. It's not impossible. 4 strikers who have headlined their own teams essentially. Not to talk about Bachiro, who technically does count, but like obviously, come on, we know Bachiro. But like Baro, Chigiri, not Baro, Chigiri, but Baro, Isagi, Rin, and Shido. 4 lead strike. I mean, like, I'm not sure. Once again, I don't know soccer that well. If you're wondering, hey, Pence, how come you haven't built it? I have no idea how to play soccer. All I got is Blue Lock Gang, so I got nothing. But with it being the case, that's another big issue. What does Nagi do if he's not being a striker? He had some defensive and supportive bones, but like that was in the U20 match over 100 chapters ago. He's butt, gang. Like he's butt, and he hasn't proven that he has the possibility to be anything other than butt. Meanwhile, someone like Zantetsu, someone like Nanase, who in Zantetsu had a higher value than I thought. Like once again, I forgot Zantetsu's value, and like I don't remember if Nanase had a value. But regardless, like they did things, and currently the way the system is set up, they didn't need Nagi. You could run like 3 different dual forward positions off what the U20 confirmed has alone. Like I said, 4 at bare minimum. Rin, Baro, Shido, and Rin. I said Rin twice. Isagi, Baro, Shido, and Rin. You can make a whole bunch of different comps off that alone. Now to talk of Kunigami, and talk of if you want to make Chigiri the lead striker, and talk of if you want Bachiro to do a little cooking. Like there's so many different other options that Nagi just doesn't bring anything. And sure, is the Nase butt? Kind of. Did he get an assist? No, but like if I'm looking for a role player, you might as well. And it doesn't help because as someone pointed this out, I think this was in my comments. Someone pointed out that technically, Nanase was supporting Rin, and obviously I don't think it was confirmed. I don't remember. Yeah, it doesn't say right here. I don't know what team bid for Nanase, but it's highly likely it could be PXG because they saw, hey, he kind of works with them. So like, he possibly even got a boost there. He has something. Is it much? No, but it's better than Nagi being straight butt. Like that's the thing, right? You invest in Nagi. You get in your Nagi stocks, and then he just falls off a cliff. I don't blame people for not reinvesting or even dropping bit. Like I don't blame them, and that's why now I think it's peak, right? Because ultimately, I was focused on too much of what did these other players do that makes them better than Nagi's 1 goal. That's the thing. Even if these other players didn't get a single assist to their name that I know of, they didn't sell absolute butt after peaking that early. You know what I'm saying? Like Rayo, he peaked like crazy, but then he actually cooked. Got multiple assists, or at least an assist this game, and then a goal. So like he showed he has cookage, determination, potential. Gosh darn it. Nagi though, he's not. So thank you to everyone in the comment section for giving me up. And now I think last chapter's peak. Like legit. Where last chapter I was like, oh, this is kind of wet. Now I'm like, Kaneshiro Sensei, your wrist. My apologies, Kaneshiro Sensei. What's familiar with the game? But let's always see more time. I've been yapping so much. How long have I been yapping? Hold on. Obi-Izzle. Tell me how long. It's been 8 minutes. Okay, let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 299, Blue Tears. Lose Manshine City. Win FC Barge. Look at how high that man is in the air. Both of these bunnies, like, golly, they're teenagers, by the way. They're teenagers, by the way. High jumping over full-grown men. Why are your teeth like that? Why do you have Bugs Bunny teeth? What's up with your... Who are you? We'll never see him again. But all right. Shout out so much. Shout out once again. As a person who was definitely... Like, the thing is, I'll say I was soft invested in Bachiro stocks. Like soft, gently invested. Like, drizzling my fingers in it. Mainly because I was like, there's no way Bachiro is getting kicked out of the top 23. Just like Otoya. And, like, I was just thinking out of it, even though Bachiro technically, it feels so weird saying this, because considering Rin does feel like he kind of takes with the Deuteragonist role, and for this arc, I'd say the Deuteragonist, so it's really Kaiser. But, like, macro-narratively, Bachiro is the Deuteragonist, right? Like, he's our secondary main character. So, like, there was no way he was losing. But I was like, oh, well, Nagi has his own manga, where he's the protagonist. Ain't no way this man gonna lose all again. But then again... I think that's why I give credit to Kaneshiro Sensei. A lot of people get on Blood's case for being, oh, it's so predictable. But, like, sure, I called the entire 4-game structure, but that's just good writing. I didn't call this. I like, even the biggest Bachiro Cobras out there that I knew, like, and I know some personally, they were like, yeah, he'll win. But now he's still gonna, like, get a goal. Like, no one really believed that Kaneshiro Sensei would have the nerve, because he's got his own manga, bro. You don't want the guy who has his own manga that got a whole movie to himself. Like, you don't do that, right? 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 And I think that's what kind of Shiro Sensei did. He played us with that idea of like, yeah, I won't get rid of him. Yeah, I'll get rid of him. And once again, the real question is what happens here. Because I think it may be I think Nagi, unless this gets somehow reversed, I saw people say, well, maybe someone's going to get hurt in the top 23, Nagi's going to sub in because he's 24th. Like, maybe he's going to get some sort of second chance. I could see kind of Shiro Sensei literally just lighting Nagi up. And just be like, hey, he fumbled the bag. Womp womp. Banish to the shadow. Like it could happen. But at the same time, he has his own manga. But then again, after this, after him losing and not getting a single goal and not a single assist, I genuinely think he has his own manga, bro, doesn't even hold up anymore. And you may be like, well, what happens once we get to this point in the manga? We'll cut to Nagi at Burger King watching Rayo win the World Cup. Rayo's still the dude raggedest of episode 90. Besides, episode 90's not getting here for like another 10 years, y'all. Like, don't worry. We have time. We have time for that manga to run and make all its extra money. And then either end when Nagi drops out here, or, just follow Rayo. That'll be fine. Let's see. Huh? The sad thing, that's the thing, Nagi doesn't even look that passionate about taking this L, bro. Let's see. Nanase. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nana. I was too rough on you, dog. I mean, listen, I guess it's just like, then again, who else would I have wanted, right? Like, I'm trying to think of, I mean, I like Hiragi from, like, the episode Nagi chapter. Like, that's about it. Like, I'm trying to think, like, who else would I would have wanted? My sons got in. Like the ones I care, like, my baby boy Corona, who I literally birthed. I ripped out a tooth and dropped him on the ground. It's not King Piccolo birth, but like I birthed him. I am the father and the mother. Gosh darn, I made Corona myself autonomously. It was mitosis. Like, made it in. Shigiri made it in. Obviously, like there's not a single character who I'm like, oh, I wish they were here. Other than like Nagi, but then again, like Nagi folded. But like that's the thing, and it's funny because I called it kind of way back when. I forget what the chapter review is called. You can go back in the 100+ video playlist at this point, and you can literally see me call it, oh, his ego's dead. He may be cooked. And I remember everyone was calling me crazy. They were calling me mad. Where I was like, oh no, his ego's not dead. Maybe it's just fading away. Like he'll be fine. Like, and I remember everyone coping and defending the character regression, the heavy character regression. I was like, it's gonna cost him. It's looking like it's costing him. But see, I made it. Yes, you did, and I'll say. You ambidextrous role player, you. Let's see. Yeah! Yeah, Raichi didn't do much this game. Yeah. And once again, it's just kind of hard for defenders to get value in a system that orients itself like this. But yeah, shouts to Raichi, man. Like a character who I will readily admit, I'm not saying I expected them to be cut, but like at the same time, I wasn't really expecting them to do like. You tell me pre-Ubers that Raichi was going to be a viable, like, he was going to be one of the, essentially the sleeper 5th, or no, 6, because it's Gagamaru, Raichi, and then the Ego is 4. But, like, he's going to be the secret 6th sleeper pick of Team Z to, like, actually become a demon and make it up there in the top 23. Like, I would not have, I would have said Togi Pinsu or something. His behind, Igaguri's out! What? How did that just hit me, bro? How did that just hit me? I'm free of that total garbage. If I had to sacrifice now, I'd sacrifice him 1,000 times. I'm free. Oh, I'm about oh, it's everywhere. I'm drowning in white. But as I wade through it to get back, I just realized he's good. I'm so sorry. But am I really? If I was sorry, I'd cut it out. Will I cut it? Nah. Let's see. Oh yeah, back to, actual characters who did make it in, who are relevant, who are good. Let's see. Zantetsu? Yeah, once again, Zantetsu did have his moments in PXG. Someone was arguing heavily for Zantetsu. I just forgot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, as a person who was like, I don't really care about the pacing of the match, it's one of the most important matches of the series, it can take as long as it wants. A lot of time passed reading PXG versus BM, and also I didn't remember everything. I didn't remember Zantetsu's cooking. She had some moments of cookage. And that person was referencing heavily in the comments. So, like, yeah, Zantetsu was cooking. And plus, he just flat out had a higher value than I thought. I just straight, what I should have done for 4 last chapters is, considering I knew the values were coming out, or at least presumably, I should have like had a list of their previous values so I could like reference it. And actually just did have a higher value, and we didn't see enough of the PXG games to know like what he did previously. He may have an assist for all we know. I doubt it, but like, you never know. So, Zantetsu, shout out to him. Obviously, episode 9 kind of set him up to be a character who can keep fighting, though I'm very interested to see his role on a team of multiple speedsters. Because like, we have Yukimaya, we have Hirono, we have Chi. I mean, like, the more speedsters, the better, right? But like, I'm very interested to see what role he's going to play in the long run. I'm excited to see Zantetsu's future. Kiora, shout outs to Kiora, man. 26, and once again, I'll admit, he was kind of being clip farmed on. I can't lie to you about that. Like, he definitely was. He's kind of just like, here, Kaiser, score your goal. But like, a little bit of clip farm never hurt nobody. He had some of his defensive moments. No one's necessarily arguing for Kiora, but I don't think I really put that much slack or like slaughter on Kiora, because like, I was like, whatever. It kind of felt like he had to be there. It'd be kind of weird if he wasn't. This is the thing. I know a lot of people really like Kiora, and don't get me wrong, I think episode 9 did a good job to make him more likable, but like, I don't have like the same connection to Kiora, which is funny, because like, I love my baby boy. I birthed him. But like, Corona hasn't really done anything all too crazy either. The way that a lot of people feel about Corona is the way I feel about Kiora. It's funny because they're both K characters with the same amount of letters in their name, but like, who exist to support one other specific character in a moment. But like, that's the thing. I love Corona, my glorious little shark boy, but I could care basically less about the breakdancing beast. I don't know why it just doesn't click for me. But Kiora, people love Kiora. Give me time. I'll warm up eventually. It always happens. Like,Ll be like, I really like this character, and then like, I get a few months of not being directly exposed to the character, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I kind of peak. It literally happened with Boro. It literally happened. Don't be shocked if it happens again. Let's see. Tokimitsu banished to the Shadow Realm. Hallelujah, gay. Wait, let me see how. He's so funny, God. He's a bottom. You know what? At least he got him. You know what? Respect. You know what? Let me extend a branch to Iaguri fans and Iaguri himself. Take a whiff of cope. He was necessary, right? Like, you can't pluck him out of this game and not have BM list. Like, he played a vital role. Sure, was he adapted to pretty quickly? Yeah. But like, still, he was there. He put in the effort. He stopped Rin. Which is like, he stopped Rin by himself, mind you. Of course it was with Alicia, with the fouls and stuff like that. But like, Isagi and Kaiser couldn't stop Rin. Well, Kaiser stopped Rin at the end when Rin went to go ban for ban with him. And Kaiser revealed that he had, in fact, more bans despite growing up poor. But with it being the case, fine, Igiguri. Who are most of these people? Oh, Hiragi! I kind of wanted you to do something, gang. Dorai, Neo, yeah. Tokimitsu, you're tragic. Honestly, Tokimitsu, is this the steepest fall off? No, Nagi. But like, this has got to be like one of the fattest, juiciest, most. I remember so many, like, not so many, but there were enough people, myself included, kind of, who were like hoping Tokimitsu would do something or become something. But like, nope, he's trash. So get rid of him. Shut up! And it'll be like, Pencil, you're being so mean to this teenager with I don't care. He's butt. He's booty meat. And not even the good kind. Let's see. Sorry, Hayate, I just don't care. Neo, sorry, I just don't care. Dorai, sorry, I just don't care. You didn't even, like, bro, you never even touched the pitch. I don't care. Oh, look. Where's the world's smallest violin, bro? Where's the world? Hold on. I got something even better than the world's smallest violin. I got the world's largest pack. It's right off camera, bro. Let me throw it on the ground, throw your curry in there, roll it up. And hold on, I'm about to light this bad boy up right now. Hold on, let me just Oh, no, this is Igiguri. Oh, yo, I don't taste like burning dreams, bro. It's like I'm inhaling straight copium, bro. Oh, it's better. It's better than injecting it, bro. Just straight feeling it. Oh, marinating my veins, gang. Oh, it's delicious. Oh, more tears. Hold on. I need to start filling my bevs. I don't know why. I always be like, I'm gonna sit down to record. Oh, I have some water nearby. I do not. Like, I know it's right over there, but it's empty. It is stone cold dry. Why do I do this to myself? I yap way too much to not have a bev on the ready. Have you drank water today? I drink water today. Drink a little too much. But, like, I drink water today. Did you drink water? Are you hydrated? You can't lie to me. I know. Actually, I know some of you do. Like I know some of you drink water. But still, drink some more. Let's see. Oh, wait. I'm a scientist. Experiments like Blue Lock are what I do. Yes. This concludes the final salary auction announcement. Those of you who are not selected as the top 23 players on... I am so sorry to say the new years. 1 second. And we're back. Let's see. Those of you who are not selected as the top... I almost went. I was, for some reason... It's gonna be mad random. When I was out and about, went on a mad Carthus Dojo kick. I don't know what happened. Like, I just watched like all of his, like his entire catalog, old videos, new videos. It didn't matter. I just suddenly went on a weird warpath on Carthus Dojo for some reason, and thusly now I have his Whis voice stuck in my head. Lord Beerus, how about like the Vexen voice blended immediately into that, so entirely subconsciously. It's because I have that on my head. I don't know why. Let's see. Those of you who are not selected as the top 23 players are no longer needed in Blue Lock. So... Yo, Ego! You're still on live TV, gang! You're still on live TV! Wait, Ego, calm down. Calm down. Screw off. Goodbye. Farewell. Sorry, not like dog. But really said, I used you. I used you for profit. And to make my actual important characters better. You're trash! Be banned! Yo, that's crazy. But honestly, I mean, like, you know what? It's weird, right? And y'all gonna be like, Pencil, there's no... Oh, no. That sound's gonna be on, but I can hear it myself. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. See, this is what happens when I don't record for a while. I'm about to banish this bad boy to the Mugen. Come here. Come here. Get under there. I'm afraid I'm gonna jack everything up. Ugh. I'm sorry. I'm gonna so let me break meta real quick. So obviously I use a ring light. If you couldn't tell, I use a ring light. In fact, no duh. This is why it will look like no ring light. But if you've noticed that buzzing sound in the background is gone, it's because this ring light sucks. And you know what? Special edition. Because I don't like it, because I can hear it and I don't want to just cover it. I'm gonna record a couple videos without the ring light. I'm gonna record a couple videos and I'm gonna see how I like it until I just find one that doesn't make that noise. And I haven't. And the fortunate thing is I bought 2 of these, so I hope the other one doesn't. I don't have the receipt for that anymore. I lost that. So this one, it's kind of bad. So we're gonna go into the darkness, into the shadow realm. All right, we're banishing it because it's making so much noise. I've seen people mention it before, and I feel bad because I kind of just don't like. The video goes so super grainy quality, and like notably, there are like 3 levels of quality because I use my camera, and I use another camera capture software, and then I use OBS, and it's just like goes through 3 levels of degradation. So I feel like I look super off here, but regardless, we here, and I don't want to burn your ears as much as I'm burning mine. So my apologies. Let's see. So. Screw off. Wait! Please wait! Ego-san! Why did not? Because he's butt! Because he's butt! Because he was so butt, he didn't get any value. He's butt. You saw he's butt. But wait, can Ego actually hear them? Is this like a 2-way thing? Like, I mean, maybe Ego's tuned into the stream. Let's see. Hey, why didn't Nagi make it? He couldn't prove himself in a match. There have been times when he showed us he can shine, but he's too inconsistent. This salary is appropriate for a player of his quality. I mean, that's the thing, right? Because Blue Lock is all about consistency, but even life is all about consistency, right? Like, if you're goated 1 every 10 times, dog, like you turn, like, for example, I'll admit, I'm a LeBron glazer. If LeBron was goated for 1, or let's do comparatively, right? If LeBron was like one of the best players of all time, only 1/10 of the time, it wouldn't matter. Like, there are a bunch of players who have, like, if you go to this one specific game at this one specific time, they're legendary, they're crazy, they're top, like, they have insane numbers. But the consistency matters. The reason LeBron is in consistent contention for the greatest player of all time, at least in my opinion, he's the greatest basketball player of all time, is because it's consistent. Like, no, the man's just a monster. Like, he's averaging 30 at 40. Like, come on now. But that's consistency. Nagi, he peaking. He going crazy. And, like, one-off moments. And, like, sure, he always has another moment, or at least he used to. He always had another moment. But, like, I don't blame people, like, the auctioneers or Ego, not really wanting to gamble on that. Because, like, as a person who plays Pokemon, you can have 95% accuracy and still miss. You know how many times I've lost a whole game because I missed an Air Slash? And no, that's much better odds than what Nagi did. Nagi had 4 whole games where the whole team was built around him and could not show off anybody. That's the thing. That's what wasn't clicking for me last review. But, like, Nagi, he didn't just have a chance. He had the chance of chances. The whole crew was built around him. Multiple people were trying to support him. And he intentionally sold his own bag because he was lazy. And then he got scared of Latoya. A person who he's literally styled on the past. I think it's purposeful that we saw him dominate Otoya and others in the second selection match in episode 90 at the same time as this section of the manga coming out. It's perfect. Like it is definitely purposeful and planned by Kaneshiro Sensei for it to be that way. But he got scared of Otoya. And, like, I'm not saying I could beat Otoya. Otoya would absolutely shatter my ankles and then beat me up and then take my little lunch money. But for Nagi, Mr. 6'3", taller than Baro, not like, dog. It's embarrassing. Right? If you're scared of Otoya, what am I expecting you to do against Kaiser? I can only think of Kaiser as, like, relevant character. What am I expecting you to do against Lorenzo? Like that's the thing. I can't rely on the 1 in 10 chance. I hate it. It's why I don't play gacha games. Don't get me wrong. I've seen the dopamine hit for other people. Like, I've seen it. I've seen my boys pull the rare triple SSR whatever after dropping 1,000 gems and, like, doing 10 multi pulls back to back. Like, that doesn't, like, it doesn't do it for me. It's like why, admittedly, while I try out the occasional gimmick team here or there when I'm playing Showdown, I'm like, I like consistency, gosh darn it. Why do I run balance? Because balance usually works. Do I lose to the odd stall team here and there? Yeah. And also, I'm just not that good at Pokemon. But yeah. Do I lose to the occasional hyper offense? Before Roaring Moon got banned, old Roaring Moon would give me back shots at random. If I let that thing get up one Dragon Dance, sometimes my team it just bends over and just rips out my whole team apart. But I think I have a pretty, like, a half decent win rate with my main team on Showdown. Why? Because it's balanced. Because I know I can get consistent results out of it. I know I have moments. I have an answer for almost everything. Nagi, he's that one hit one. He's that low tier that pops up in a crazy high tier and does really, really good in that one instance and in that one interaction and then doesn't do anything else. He's Doshbun against Koraidon. That's it. I'm sorry. I've been watching a whole bunch of False Light gaming too. But let's see. That's all there is to it. What? But Nagi has talent. Well, it's not consistent. Like, that's like, and I almost equate this to Well, that's why I think I was almost gonna go into it earlier. But I say Blook is pretty realistic because, like, I feel like almost everyone knows that person who's demonic in, like, one thing. Occasionally. Like, obviously, I think we all know demons who are just, like, really, really good at one thing. I have a friend who's really, really good at Smash. I have a friend who's really, really good at fighters. I have a friend who's really, really good at, like, card games. I don't know why. Like, literally, you put that in any card game, and he's gonna do good. Explain to him the rules, and somehow he'll become a demon in it. I'm not sure. That's probably half of his luck factor. But still, he's just built like that. But at the same time, we also have those moments. Like, for example, sometimes, your boy, I'll be spitting a bar or two. And not, like, rapping. I can't rap to save my life. But, like, I'll be saying something real philosophical out of nowhere. And then the other half of the time, and by half, I mean, like, 95% of the time, I can't read. So, like, you don't want someone like that. You just don't. especially in like any professional space. Like, if you can only do the job 1 every 10 times, bro, what am I paying you for? Get out. I'd rather take a person who can do the job okay 9 out of 10 times than someone who can do the job amazingly 1 out of 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I was like, do it again. It makes no sense. This just makes no sense. He's butt. Rail. Right, you saw he bent over and busted it wide open for you, and showed you that he's butt. Bro, I think this is natural selection, bro. Like, quite literally, this is straight up old fashioned juicy scrumdiddlyumptious natural selection, buckaroo. Buckaroo. It is what it is, my friend. It is what it is. It'd be like that when it be like that, especially when it be like that sometimes. I'm sorry, Rayo, but sometimes you just gotta spread. Okay, let me stop. Let's see. Rayo, so y'all can hear each other. Yo, who's editing the stream? Who's editing the stream right now, bro? Who's pulling? Is this Ego himself? Like, he's in the control room, but who's editing to be like, yeah, pull up Rayo. Yeah, let's do this on live TV. Rayo. The whole world acknowledges his abilities. Actually, it's the world that's bidding on him right now and currently acknowledges that he's butt. Let's see. The whole world acknowledges his abilities. Sometimes he's off, but there are miraculous plays only Nagi can make. Miraculous. Like, I've had moments where, like, I've practiced TODs, but I've only pulled off a TOD once in Fighters. It was perfect storm, absolute, like, game flow. It was straight. One of my most glorious plays. It was with GT Goku. It doesn't count. At least in my opinion, it doesn't count. Oh no, I took one of the characters with the most highest damage in the game and had 7 bars and smart. Like, I was playing really, really badly, and then I TOD'd the guy. Oh wow, how impressive! But, like, still, like that at least in my opinion, doesn't count. And this is the same thing about Rayo, right? Or no, Doggy. I pulled that off. I can't pull that off again consistently. I'm not gonna TOD you off a 2H with GT Goku every single time. That's not gonna happen. That's the thing with Rayo. That's the thing with Nagi though. Miraculous. Like, sometimes Nagi cooks. And, like, there are moments where Nagi can cook consistently too. But it's just not enough. It's not enough when almost everyone else can do it too. Right? Like sure. Is there any goal in the series more miraculous than the 5-stage fake shot volley? Yes, it's called the upside down bicycle kick between Aiku's legs. That one. But other than that, is there really a goal crazier? Yes, it's called Magnus Impact. Okay, not really. Once again, despite, like, having it explained to me, I still don't find Magnus Impact even crazier than Kaiser's Uber's goal. But, like, that's me. Every person who knows soccer has explicitly told me Magnus Impact is just more impressive than that to me. Cannot fathom it. Need to get more into soccer for me to understand that. I don't. Which one do y'all prefer? Do y'all prefer Magnus Impact or the bicycle kick? Like, I don't know. I prefer the upside down, off the back, bicycle kick between Aiku's legs. Like, that just goes crazy for me. But with it being the case, outside of those 2 demonic goals, yeah, Nagi has the best goal of the goal of the century, obviously. But you know what else Kaiser can do? He just has Kaiser Impact. He can spam and remix that, but he's consistent. A goal a game. He's just built like that. Isagi, after the 2 goals in 2 games, he just be banging them out. Or let's take it off strikers. Just consistent, good, meaty characters. Karasu, Aiku, Nico, like these characters can just consistently do something. And even if it's not to the same miraculous level, if you can get the job done consistently, if you can smack your meat on the table, wiggle it around and helicopter flying just enough across the river, that's all we need. And Nagi, he can't even whip it out sometimes because it's too deep in Rayo's throat. So he just be wiggling there and then just falls into the water. I'm so sorry. I have no idea where that knowledge is going. But, like, that's the thing. I don't know. I can't blame him. He's obviously a genius. Isn't it a waste to let him disappear here? But you know what? That does happen, though. Like, there are talented prodigies everywhere who just, fall off. And it's not even to their own fault. Like, sometimes they just aren't interested. And, like, this is the thing, right? I kept hammering it home for the past couple chapters. You gotta have your own self-motivation. You gotta be able to not just want to do things, but, like, almost need to do it. Like they're like, and of course habit helps. Like, you can definitely train yourself into doing something that you never did. Like, I did not want to go to the gym today. I really didn't. I was feeling super lazy. But I did. I animated myself out of bed at 4:40 in the morning and took my big booty behind to the gym because I was like, no, we're going. And that's purely a habitual thing. That is not something that I do organically. But that is just what I be doing now, so I did it. And so it's not impossible for a genius to do that to himself. But like 9 out of 10 times, I've seen people who have never struggled fold like laundry the second they meet a slight wall. And don't get me wrong, I don't blame you. Typically, you're supposed to meet struggle when you're young, so you can adapt to it when you're older. But like, if you're already like a college age student and suddenly you're struggling with like, I don't know, pre-calc, oh no, or not pre-calc by the time you're in college, I'm thinking of high school, but like, you're just gonna struggling in calc 2 or whatever, and you fold, don't give up though, keep moving forward. But some people like Nagi, and some just Jason in general, they hit that wall and they just straight, and that really defines, that's the difference between someone who wants it and someone who needs it. Nagi wanted to be valuable, wanted to run alongside Rayo, wanted to do something. Rayo needed it. That's why he scored on instinct. That's why he passed Shigiri and get that as it. Like, he needed it, so he got it. Nagi wanted it, so he didn't get it. It'd be like that. Would it be like that? Let's see. So, can't you run the calculations again? Shut up. And wait. See, this is the thing. Ego's voice keeps changing. You know what? Considering that's what the voice is automatically going to, I'm going to stick with that. As much as I want to give Ego the Vexen voice, the Vexen voice is also kind of a meme voice. Like, I pull out the Vexen voice for characters who fit the Vexen archetype, and technically Ego perfectly falls into the Vexen archetype. Like, I would not be shocked if there's if there's not a little bit of KH-isms in Kadashiro Sensei's writing. Like there's a little bit of like power friendship and everything. But with that being the case, I'm gonna stick with this voice that keeps like automatically coming out whenever I read Ego instead of the Vexen voice, because Ego's a major character. And considering he's gonna be coaching again, like he's gonna be like a much more major character that we're gonna consistently see more. So I can't just give him the meme voice. That's what the Vexen voice is. We'll see. Shut up and get a grip. This isn't school, you sheltered dimwit. Didn't I say at the start that this is a laboratory for creating the world's best? Yes. Huh? What on earth have you been going on about? He's a genius. Yo! You saw you did not say all this. Get him off the pit. Get him off the screen. Let's see. Is that a joke? The results just now were clear enough. Seshiro, yeah. Like, not his, but his will, right? Like, I'm not saying it's impossible to lose your will and get it back, right? Like, there's some days where I just don't feel like recording. Like, I'll admit, as much as I love to get some days, I just not feeling it. And like, especially for like on my TikTok channel, right, where like I just record a minute video. Sometimes I just be struggling. Like, typically what I do there, I find an image of something I want to talk about, and I yap for like a minute. But sometimes it just doesn't happen. But typically, I'll at least get back up and just do it the next day. Or even sometimes, I just force myself to record. This is not a time, you can tell I'm having a whole bunch of fun right now. This is because I haven't recorded in a little bit, so now I'm kind of itching to scratch your feet for it. That's the thing, I always come back, because I got the desire, I got the need, I got the want. But Nagi's talent, and also his hunger is not there. Because he's just not doing it for himself, and that's okay. Like, I'm not, like, it's especially... Because I remember there are some friends of mine who've like started content creation and then given up, and then they come in to me of all people, like, Pencil, I'm sorry, Kiva, I just didn't want to do it, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to apologize. I am just another full-grown man. Like, this does not matter to me at all. Like, but like, I've wanted to do it because you're doing it, and you said it's so much fun for you, and I'm like, yeah, it's fun for me, and I like doing it. And like interacting with the people who interact with me. Like, that's it. Like, I have the internal desire. If you do not, for a variety of reasons, whether it be internal or external, that's okay. And in fact, that's fine. That's why humans are different. So Nagi, yeah, his talent and then his want to do it was never really there. Well, no, the talent was there, but he just didn't want to do it. Seshiro Nagi's talent has withered away. Huh? Talent isn't the power to believe in your abilities. It's the power to believe in and then prove your abilities. But talent changes depending on one's surroundings and mental state. Friends and rivals, goals and emotions can all increase or decrease talent. And sometimes you get results that surpass your talent. Seshiro Nagi's wild faint shame in the third match was an example of that. And and like, it's funny, right? Because I feel like the times when my own talent, like whenever I'm spitting a bar, or even I think of back in the days where I did used to compete, like I did something absolutely insane or crazy, Or like in the most mundane sense, where I did like something absolutely stupid in like a high school gym or whatever, where like I didn't inverse like back. Well, no, that never did inverse backwards. Right? But like there was a time. This is gonna be real oddly specific, but in volleyball, there are setters and there are spikers. So we had this one person in our class who was a glorious, legendary setter. Like no matter where the ball was on the court, they would set it; it'd be beautiful. And on the opposite team, we had this devious, demonstrable, monstrous spiker who could do whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, with the most extreme force. It was like there was a thunderclap every time they hit it. And in an instinct that I will probably be yapping about to my grandchildren, I'm 80 and losing my mind. They were on the same team. They said it beautifully. I saw him go up for the spike, but the ball, like say this is the net, this is him, this is the ball, or like this is him, this is the ball. I leaped up preemptively and smacked it straight down over the net, reeled back just in time, and spiked on the spiker after stealing it from the perfect setter. That was beyond. I never did something like that again. But in that moment, I was losing it because it was crazy to me. That was the moment where I exceeded my talent. That was it. Because all the perfect conditions aligned. I had a rival in that moment. I had an instant where ultimately I got a result that surpassed my talent because of the circumstances. And of course, that's the funniest thing. Those circumstances technically were replicated again. There are other times where I probably could have done it, just never did. Because it happens, right? And like, sure, it's okay to have those moments. In fact, that's some of the most fun you can kind of have in life, when you have those moments of absolute mania and madness. But at the same time, you kind of need to lock in on occasion and realize, okay, even if I had that really cool moment, even if that is my peak, I need to raise my state of play, raise my abilities to where that peak is kind of the average, where that's kind of just what I do. That's how I think when you sort of clear that mental gap where you have abilities, you can prove those abilities, and you can consistently prove those abilities. Consistency is key. It is the most. My old coach always used to say, practice makes permanent. Not perfect, permanent. As in that what you do and how you do it is what will apply and affect you later on in life. Let's see. In that moment, he unexpectedly proved that he could produce results beyond his talent. You were deluded enough to think that that was your true power, and the world demanded that from Sesshoronagi as well. What you guys should have done then was analyze the fact that you got a result beyond his talent, but the biggest mistake was letting that goal convince that Nagi Sesshoronagi that he had achieved his dream of defeating Isagi Yoichi. And you know, I love that. I love how Ego's like, I know what y'all are. And not in that way, but I know what y'all are. Y'all are freaks, fiends, creatures, and animals who love each other just a little bit too much. Just a little bit too much. You fiends. And then immediately just like, yeah, I know exactly why. Like, and that's the thing. He knows exactly why Nagi's ego died. And ultimately, since it wasn't his responsibility to guide them, it was much more Prince's in this moment. He just let it happen. He just watched. Because ultimately, that was the test for Nagi, right? If he had realized what Nagi should have realized when he lost the game to Isagi, he didn't win. He got an instant. Like, that's the thing. I see all the memes about it, but like, you win one game against a sweat tryhard bro, and then you immediately log off because you know you're not going to win again. You didn't beat him. You beat him that one instant. Congratulations, he still has your number 99.9% of the time. There's a guy who I just know, if I'm fighting him, I'm losing. I'm not like he's got me. I may take a game off him if we run 10 games. I'm not saying I beat him and I'm done. I still need to level up, muscle up. There's a guy I go 50-50 with, where like, we sit down, whether it be in Smash or Fighters or any fighting game that we both play, Guilty Gear now, like no matter what, and we'll go 50-50. Like we could play 10 matches, he'll win 5, I'll win 5, or he'll win 6, I'll win 4, something like that. In that case, that's one thing. But he grabbed Nagi by the collar and literally said, no more miracles for the both of you. And then there weren't. Let's see. Do you know the biggest cause of talent withering up? I mean, like, failure to... Well, no, because talent... I don't know. Let's see. Loss of hope. Despair. Fear. No. It's none of these. It's satisfaction. Yo, Eagle, chill. Chill. Why are you raining out like this, bro? Over teenagers, gang, that's great. But you know what? I mean, like this is the thing, right? Do you eat more when you're satisfied? When you eat a full meal? Are you a glutton? Because I low-key am. Not low-key, I am. Look, your boy's definitely a glutton. And thusly, it is a case where, like, satisfaction, if you're comfortable where you are, you do start to let things go. And that's the thing. It's funny, right? Because, like, I made a community post. And luckily enough, without giving any real context, it looks like y'all do agree with me, and it's gonna lead to something. I'll make a full, well, you know what? We are 45 minutes deep. I'm having a good time recording. We're having a nice, good old, funny, silly, oofy, goofy time. So I made a poll today saying, hello, I've returned from Redacted, and as a byproduct, I started to split. Pick your choice. Help refuse me, finish the job. 84% of y'all out of 228 votes said finish the job. Oh, spoilers for the That Guy with the Pencil update. I'm going to perform mitosis. This will pretty much exclusively become a review channel. Then I'll make a channel for versus battles. Then I'll make a channel for reactions. And then I'll make a channel of just like... See, I want to say this is a channel just straight, yeah, but I kind of want to leave this just a review channel. Because I want to make many more videos. But, like, I'm ultimately in this point where, like, I know if I stick around on this channel, especially without low-key sort of dying, I just won't be able to do certain things just based on how the channel production has gone and evolved. That's fine by me. And I still want to and will keep making videos for this channel. Like, That Guy with the Pencil it's the core of who I am. In fact, I'll probably still refer to myself as Pencil on these other channels that will not be named Pencil. But, like, there are a whole bunch of Kingdom Hearts videos I've written out and like 5 10-page plus long videos. And I have many more in the docket where I'm like, I can sit here, edit, and post these on here, but it just wouldn't do anything. Like, I know for a fact people do not give it for Game Arts. So I'm going to make a separate channel for that. It has a name already. It's already written into the scripts. I won't go into that here, though. And I'll make a reaction channel that is literally just for reactions. Do you know how many videos I want to react to? But I've been like, I need to cover a chapter. I need to cover a chapter. Because I cover so much stuff now. And that's fine. And honestly, I'd be flooding y'all uploads a little bit too much. In fact, this is going to be the only video that's going to go up today. And there's only going to be one video going up tomorrow. And there's only going to be one video going up after that. Well, actually, I'll see. Once again, I'm considering certain structures. I'm sitting what I'm going to cut, what I'm going to keep. There's a bunch of things that I'm going around in my mind. I want to test certain things. Because it's weird, right? Because, like, I'm nearly at 20K subscribers on here, which is crazy. But views are in the trash. So I'm considering a whole bunch of different things, and essentially I'm in a very big experimental period with the channel right now. And I do want to start some other channels. I want to see some stuff. I want to hop in the kitchen, wrist the whipping once again. So I'll have to see. Some things will be cut. Some things will be cut. If only to just have 7 videos a week. And just see how that does for the channel. Once again, I'm in a very wild experimental phase right now. But why is that? Because I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with how channels run. I'm not satisfied with how the videos look. I'm still trying to figure out OBS. I don't know why, but the camera records at such lower quality for OBS. It's 60 frames. My computer, my CPU is running at 0.5%. Why is it struggling to pick me up? Once again, I need to just mess with it. There are a bunch of things where I'm personally not satisfied with how things look, how things feel, how things run. And at least for me, when I'm not satisfied with how I am or what I am, I stagnate for a while. And then I eventually decide to lock in. And now I'm kind of in a lock-in point where I want to yap more. I want to do more. I want to evolve my content. I feel like it's not just for here anymore. But then, once again, it's going down a completely different line. But I do agree. Ultimately, ego's right. The withering of talent and also just motivation itself. If you're happy with where you are, you kind of won't move. And I don't blame people, because stability is what almost all humans seek, despite us being a nomadic species. Like, stability and comfort is what we seek. But ultimately, stagnation comes from satisfaction. Right? Right? So, like, when you think you are full, you don't want to get any more food. And if you were to take that on a macro scale, when you think you are happy, you don't want to seek further happiness. And you kind of just stop. And of course, in some cases, I think that's fine. If you are in a point in your life where everything is good for you, on every single level, financially, romantically, interpersonally, professionally, and you just feel like chilling, chill, of course. But like me, I can say this confidently, on a professional level, on a romantic level, on a interpersonal level, on a content creation level, I'm just not satisfied or happy with where I am. So I need to keep changing, I need to keep evolving, I need to keep growing. And if you feel like you're in that place too and you just don't know how to like conceptualize it or feel about it, that's okay. I still don't know how to feel about it either. I kind of don't like it. but still, I mean, do it. Like, just be happy with the fact that you can accept it and accept and live with and almost love the fact that you want more. That greed, that gluttony, that desire to supersede satisfaction is one of the things that makes us human. Let's see.
He still didn't really have what it takes to beat Yoichi Isagi, but he just wanted to win.
Oh, no.
Wait, what is it? But he just happened to win. His desire was released. An animal with a full stomach forgets to hunt.
Oh, why is that kind of a bore? Why is that kind of a bore? Inaccurate. Well, not. I mean, like, it depends. An animal with a full stomach doesn't necessarily doesn't forget to hunt, but they don't hunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I guess he could mean that in that sense. I think of forget. I mean, like, entirely forget, but no, like, yeah. You don't move too much more after you find a place where you're comfortable with. You don't. You live life and you keep on living. That's fine. But like, it don't always work out that way. It's not total and absolute perfection whenever you just stop. At least in my opinion. Let's see. Ooh, let me see. That fire will not. Oh yeah, and that's what he was talking about. The idea that the fire, the basis of oneself, does not just return or reignite itself. Let's see.
In that match, he should have tried to prevail on his own, no matter how painful it was. Even if he'd lost, he should have kept the fire of his ego burning strong. The choice to team up killed Sesshonagi's talent.
And that's what I'm saying. How's that even go? Shorty trifling. She must be from Dirty Dogs. That's what I'm saying. Like that. y'all remember? I've been saying it. It is why I love having the playlist ready. Y'all can peep the car facts. People. I've been saying for a long time that this is it. This realistically, I really should have called Now You Dropping Out 100 chapters ago. When I first started reviewing, because I said all the way back then, this is a mistake, this is a fumble, this choice will have consequences later, because he gave up, because he got lazy, because he got comfortable. And it's unfortunate that it works that way, but ultimately, and this is the thing, it's not always impossible, right? Nagi and Ryo is a case of progression through regression failing. Whoops. But like, almost every, and like, we cannot say progression through regression alone is what was the failure. It was very specifically this attempt at progression through regression that caused the failure. Because Rin regressed to his more childlike mentality of absolute destruction and went absolutely demonic and crazy. Shido hasn't really progressed at all. He's just gotten strong as a player, but that's by staying as himself, which technically is progression through regression. Baro regressed back into his king mindset entirely and took control of an entire team and got stronger for it. Aiku unlocked Metavision after fully delocking into the defensive profile, which is something that he was given into, even though technically it isn't there are many different characters. Kaiser, the deuteragonist of this arc, like, once again, so many characters progressed through regressing. So I don't even think Ego's saying that, like, if you choose to go back to your old ways, it's an automatic way to essentially slaughter your own talent. It's if going back to your old ways will directly have a negative impact on your mentality, your willingness, and your activeness, and the hunger you feel. Because ultimately, that's the thing. You almost always in life, you need a hunger for something. Now, of course, there are certain things where I'm perfectly fine with you having a hunger. Don't pursue it, or pursue it safely, you know? Don't be creepy. You're lonely? Figure that out in an organic way. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. It sucks being lonely. Trust me, I know. Don't be weird. But with it being the case, he fell too far. Let's see.
Killed Sesshonagi's talent. It was already withered up until then. His talent will never blossom again, but you continued to water it and believe otherwise, Ryo Mikage.
Yeah. And like, that's the thing. It's not never. It's not, once again. But then, it's different. I guess it's different for me and Nagi, right? Because even on the days I don't feel like recording, and the days where I don't record, like, there have been days where I just don't record. I should have bulk recorded. Y'all should have had a video every single day I was gone. Because I was on vacation. I was on vacation, and I didn't prep community posts. I had shorts ready, but I didn't want to burn through all of them. Like, I had the means, metric, and ability, but I just didn't feel like it. So I didn't do it. But where am I now? I'm back recording. And I'm planning to now arguably give myself a bigger workload because I'm still going to upload every single day on this channel. It's just probably going to be like one video now. And then I will do daily uploads on the other, maybe the reaction channel. I may do every other day uploads on the reaction channel. Just with like timing and pace and stuff like that. Like, once again, there's so many different experiments. The Kingdom Hearts channel, that's going to drop like once a month because that's going to be super. I need to get footage for that because I don't want to just rip footage from online. Like, I have the technology, so like I want to get my own footage. That's going to require playthroughs. Heck, I still need to start streaming. I keep telling myself to start streaming. That's the time I just need to lock in and just stream. Like, there's so many things that I personally want to do, even though technically you go back 5 years and tell baby Pencil, hey buddy, you're gonna have over 18,000 subscribers and some videos you cover will consistently hit multiple thousands of views. I would look at you, laugh like jolly, like Gold D. Roger, and cry because I figured it never happened, and it did. But now I'm here, and I'm like, darn, cool story, bro. I want to yap more successfully, in more diverse ways. So, like, it truly is, even if I don't feel like doing it one day, it's going to come back. It doesn't really leave. It dims, but it never goes out. Nagi, like I said, we saw his ego die. And while we got flashes of it coming back, it's good. Let's see.
In the end, Sesshono Nagi, the Sesshono Nagi you spoke of being the world's best. In the end, Sesshono Nagi. Oh, he's talking to Nagi specifically. In the end, Sesshono Nagi, you spoke of being the world's best, but you couldn't find a fire beyond the dream to defeat Isagi Yoichi. Stop. You were satisfied, right? That's why you were afraid of losing the ones around you. No. Stop it! Shut up. This is Blue Lock. I only need crazy fiends who won't be satisfied until they're the world's best. He is so mad.
I'll say, but you know, it's. I mean, I think it is kind of crazy to tweak out on teenage, but like, it is a case, right? Like, if you're comfortable with being comfortable, then be in a place where it's okay for you to be comfortable. That's not Blue Lock, so you leave that scenario, right? Like, I mentioned it before. I was lucky enough to inherit some of my family's, I don't know, just innate aptitude when it came to education. I did not struggle academically, like, realistically, for a majority of my days. It just came, like, grades never really were a problem. My papa, that papa with a pencil, he stopped checking my homework after, like, 3rd or 4th grade. He was like, you'll be fine. You'll figure it out. Even if you struggle, you'll figure it out. And I just never struggled. But, big butt edges, booty butt cheeks, I hit it was a three-way wombo combo of oh sweet mother of mercy thing. I'm actually low-key getting diffed. It was 7th grade algebra, 8th grade geometry, then I had a slight bit of a break in algebra 2 for some reason. Like, I don't remember ever really struggling that much there. But then 10th grade pre-calc took a sledgehammer to the back of my dome piece and gave me the 1 C+ I ever had. I was an A+, lowest B play. Like, what? But then again, I can't even think. What class did I really get a B in? It was either an A+, or A-. Like, I was a demon. I was a demon with the pencil, gosh darn it. But, shock horror, still am, to some degree. But that's the thing. I never struggled academically. It is a 79. I was so close to getting a B- in that class. It ended up as a 79. Pre-calc. And you know what I did? The moment I found out that wasn't a scenario for me, I never took another calculus class again. Nuh-uh. I was a big old baby. I ran from that at every opportunity. It would be like, pencil. Didn't you get your undergrad or your bachelor's and your master's degree? Yeah. And you did that by dodging calculus? Yeah. I plotted because I was scared and I did not want to tarnish my GPA any further. Even by college days. Once again, I took pre-calc in high school. I got a good thing, it didn't matter, but no. I got viciously backshotted, and I did not want to get that again. Let's see.
Normies who satisfied with less than that. Normies who are satisfied with less than that. Please, go home, Sashironagi.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, that's the thing. And ultimately, it's not wrong. Like, and I'm talking about all this stuff in this review. If you're still here, this is about to be an hour plus review. I'm sorry. Once again, since I'm thinking differently about the whole grand scheme of things, I'm plotting and calculating a whole bunch of different numbers and metrics in my don't be's. You may hear me and hear Ego talk about, you know, the human desire, human fire, being absolutely insane, determined no matter what, moving forward in spite of all odds and everything, like doing all that. You may hear all that and be like, well, I don't feel that way. Is that wrong? No! It's not. I guess because, you know, everyone's developing their own thing now, and it's important to have your own thing. I believe that. I believe individuality is very, very important, like, to a degree. That is very hot. Like, I don't know. I was raised to be your own individual, even if I fully respect and acknowledge that no individual is truly their own individual. You are affected by your environment and the people around you. 100%. You are a social creature, a social construct, yada, yada, yada. It's okay to be normal. I'm normal. Like, okay, I'm weird. I'm very weird. You can just look at this video. I'm very weird. I won't lie. But I'm relatively normal. I like cheeseburgers and hot dogs. I'm a glizzy. Oh, I can't say that. But legally speaking, I'm a glizzy guzzler. Glizzy gobbler. I like French fries. The only weirdo thing about me is I don't really like chocolate. I can eat it, but it's not something like I crave. Like, the mass populace craves chocolate. I'm not the biggest fan. But like that's like my one non-normie opinion. I say Blue Lock is peak. Shock horror, the sky is blue. Dragon Ball is one of the most influential anime and manga, if not the most influential anime and manga to exist. Oh, wow. Oh, what a crazy take. Like, I don't know. Insert normie idea. Like, I'm not a contrarian. I am not Charles, bruh. Like, it's okay and fine to be normal and not be insane. Am I saying I'm insane with, like, stuff? Yeah. I have an unhealthy obsession with Kingdom Hearts. I need to see a therapist about it. That therapist's name will be Kingdom Hearts 4. But to be like, it's okay to be normal. Don't take what Blue Lock has to say about, like, this extreme idea of individuality, or even what I have to say about it's important to be your own individual, and be like, but I kind of like following a group. It's okay. There are going to be people like that because we as humans are pre-programmed to be like that. We're a social creature. But see, hey, Rayo. Huh? Oh. I'll stay in the chapter. Alright, well, that's convenient. But yeah. Oh no. Let's speak. Once again, sorry, I don't know why. I went on such a lengthy, juicy, dare I say, girthy yap session. Just because, I don't know, I was feeling this chat. It made me think a lot about the past, and how I stand and how I think. And obviously, you know, I'm just thinking, I'm in a very contemplative and reflective mood as of recent. Why? I don't know. Like, it's funny. Nothing really major in my life has happened to trigger, like, ultra reflex mode. I just like numbers. Oh, well, that's the thing. I did have a really long, in-depth conversation about with my best friend of many years about how we're getting older, and how time's not waiting for us, and how there are a bunch of places in our own lives where we're not really satisfied and we want to work on stuff. So I guess maybe that's it. That's probably triggered, like, my mass reflexidus exodus, where I'm, like, consistently thinking, what can I do to improve myself here and there and up and down and left and right? Like, that's probably what triggered it. That's why I went on such a lengthy yap session. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry, once again, should be back for a while. I say this, I warned you on my next vacation where I made, but then again, no. Especially if everything goes according to Keikaku, or at least the Keikaku that's loosely forming in my dome piece. Let's see if I'm down on one video. You should have videos consistently. do I want to make a separate channel? Like, once again, I'm still thinking. In fact, I'm gonna make a video about the other channels and videos I'm gonna make just in depth, so I can talk about it, just so I can like bounce off like the 5 people who are gonna watch that video, and see what the thought process should be behind that. Because like, do I just make this exclusively a review channel? I cover enough. That's the thing. I cover enough. Even if I were to do 1 video a day, it's Shonen Jump alone. Not to talk of Gachikuta, which I'm behind on that. And what? Because currently, Blue Lock, Ichi the Witch, Gachikuta, Sakamoto Days, Kagurabachi, Shinobi Undercover. Oh, there's more. That's the thing. There's so much I genuinely forget. Hey, I'm behind on Martial King. I don't know. I kind of feel like John Martial King. That's the thing. I'm in a weird point because people want me to review more, but I'm looking at numbers and it's weird. I'm thinking just because I want to do so much more and I want to optimize this. I'm in a weird spot. All right. In fact, if you made it all the way to the end of this chunker of the video, please leave a weird spot. Weird spot in the comment section down below. I did thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that the notifications so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. And videos that come to the channel. Also, I'm going to have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. You things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same. $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Those perks include the live reactions here with the series I happen to review, and variations of all my videos. If you come into a video on Patreon or a video on member, you can order whatever video you want. Also a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below where you can drop 5 beans for a short video, 29 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with the pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier XZ, Zara, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Yomi, Yuki Ally, Buddha Uda, Azo 2404, Planet Crone, G Prosper, Nevis 97, and Ollie. I'd like to give a big old thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Nirvana Igneal, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, and A+A. And then I'd like to give a big old thank you to our Inc. tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, Euchia, Carlo Alaimo, and Grim. And then I'd like to give a big old hefty thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And then I'd like to give a big old thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Wakimunos and Wakimunos. And then I'd finally like to give a giga super duper kidney sacrificing thank you to our ultimate, that guy with a heart on the horizon, Calvin Elder.